For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, and legs inside the ride vehicle at all times. And please watch your children.
To recenter yourself at any time, press and hold the Oculus button. Enjoy your experience.
Safety bar will be lowering momentarily. Thank you for joining us as Metaverse Adventures proudly presents Into the Metaverse, an immersive dark ride about the past, present, and future of human expression and immersion.
Since ancient times, humans have been on a quest to share their stories in ever-increasing detail and immersion. Our thirst to be pulled into a good story is a fundamental part of our very existence. Today we are entering the Metaverse, an accumulation of technology, people, and progress that began some 200,000 years ago, when the first oral stories were being told around fires by our ancestors. They expressed their fears, their beliefs and their hopes through oral narratives. It took another 160,000 years for the next innovation in immersion to occur, when 40,000 years ago, the first cave paintings started to emerge. They started off as simple hand stencils, arguably a way of saying, "I am here." From hands, the art progressed to more complicated figures such as animals and symbols, some of which morphed into letters we may recognize today. Oddly, human depiction was not common and did not occur until much later, which has puzzled scientists. These cave paintings provided us with new ways to immerse others in our stories, all without having to be face to face, even thousands of years later. The symbols in these cave paintings started to standardize over time, and in doing so, gained a common understanding on what they meant. They were originally used by traders to track their inventory, but over time, morphed into some of the first written languages.
Shivakumaraha
Litait Belet Ishi Rabit Igigi
Agatebhyaha Vimshati Varshebhyaha
Ishta Zumra Rashuti Ilatim Litait Belet
Yaha Kasmschit Karyalaye
Bashumna Lushtei Takabbi.
The first medium for writing was clay tablets. They would have been heavy and challenging to work with and store, but they were a significant step up from caves. The clay tablets were eventually replaced by silk sheets and papyrus, furthering the ease of which immersive stories could be shared.
شكرا بزاف.
شكرا جزيلا.
As literacy slowly increased, the demand for written stories grew. However, due to the costs of handwritten scrolls, getting immersed in a written story was still out of the reach for most, even after paper was invented in Asia some 2,000 years ago, in 25 AD. Then in 220 AD, an unknown Chinese inventor created the very first printer using wooden blocks. Wood block printing in combination with paper allowed for stories to be shared near and far. For the first time in history, tens of thousands of people were all getting immersed in a good story. Woodblock printing technology spread across Asia, and eventually to other parts of the world such as the Middle East and Europe. It was in Europe in the mid-1400s that the first printing press was invented by a German goldsmith by the name of Johannes Gutenberg. His technology was able to produce written materials much faster and cheaper than anything prior. This invention, plus advancements in paper, drove down the costs of written stories, making them more widely available than ever before. The arrival of movable typeface printing introduced the era of mass storytelling, which permanently altered the structure of society, and even formed the basis for many of the computer fonts people use today. Speaking of people, what started off as stories around the fire, has now turned into large halls and theaters, where many gathered to be immersed in a captivating play.
You're just in time to catch the end of Act 2. Please
Our timing here is impeccable, but we must be quiet, as Forbes Mason, a renowned Scottish actor, is about to recite one of the most impressive Shakespeare monologues ever.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and his shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwillingly to school.
I can so relate.
And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble, reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly with good capon line, with eyes severe and bearded formal caps, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shank, and his big, manly voice, turning again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Shakespeare certainly said it best. All the world's a stage. Indeed. As we exit the Middle Ages, we leave behind a world where sharing immersive experiences took people significant manual labor, all this despite only being able to reach relatively small audiences. But that is all about to change. During the mid-1700s and 1800s, large steam engines like this one powered what would be referred to as the Industrial Revolution. This new technology led to many immersive innovations, some of which are still in use today. Unfortunately, much of the progress has come at a very steep environmental cost, something we will be coming back to later in our journey through time. Humanity's quest for ever deeper immersion has taken us from stories around the fire, deep into caves, through the streets of ancient Mesopotamia, into the heart of Asia, around medieval Europe, and back to the start of the Industrial Revolution. Sadly, this is the end of Act 1, but thanks to your support, Imagineering can continue to bring you the remaining acts about the story of immersion. As a Dark Ride supporter, you will automatically get each new act when they are completed, so keep your eyes on your notifications. We invite you to join our Discord server, where you can meet like-minded people, access behind-the-scenes Imagineering previews, plus help shape the ride's remaining scenes depicting photography, cinema, radio, television, dark rides, computers, games, and of course the emerging immersive technologies of today and tomorrow. This is a very big story, one that spans thousands of years, countless generations, unbelievable innovations, all in the quest to share stories and experiences in ever-increasing detail and immersion. You are a part of a historic moment in humanity's journey, as it is abundantly clear that we are going into the Metaverse.
Welcome back, Cybernauts! Please remain seated as your Metamover will be returning to reality shortly. We thank you for joining us today for the early years of the Into the Metaverse pilot, and we hope you are looking forward to the full ride experience.
Hello there, my fellow Cybernauts. My name is Immersive Matthew, and I'm the Imagineer of this ride. If you enjoyed this experience and love to see more, please consider leaving a review. If you'd like to get more involved, then come on over and join the Discord server. We'll see you in the Metaverse.
The safety bar will automatically open momentarily. We look forward to seeing you again in the Metaverse.